All right, what's going on, everybody? Zachary Bach here. Today, we're going to promote our Super Bowl squares a little bit more to stop human trafficking. And we're going live on multiple platforms right now. We're live on Facebook, we're live on LinkedIn, and we are live on YouTube. And so, got lots of potential people that can leave some comments on this if they want to snag a Super Bowl square and if they want to be a part of this. Of course, the winners of each quarter, the first, second, third quarter, are going to receive a hotel stay somewhere in the U.S. You get to pick. There's over 20 locations you can pick from. The only thing that you have to pay for is just basically the taxes and like resort fees. Usually be less than about 150 bucks. But it'll be a 3-day stay wherever you want, and then the winner will get a overseas location, whether that is Cabo, London. You get to pick. Hawaii is on that list as well. That's not overseas, but you get the idea. And so that'll be a little bit of a longer stay. And once again, it's pretty cheap when it comes to tax and fees. So it's $25 a square. And you can buy as many squares as you want. Buy the whole dang board for all I care. And so we do have a couple people that have already stepped up. We've already got about 8 squares gone. So if you want to hop in on this. Now, what I'm going to do on this video is I'm just going to tell you guys, one quick story of a rescue that our team did. We had been looking for this individual for quite some time. There was a lot of people on the case. This person had been missing, absolutely being trafficked. And one of the most heartbreaking things was when we found this child, the child said, "I didn't think anyone cared." And that's oftentimes what we see. That's oftentimes what we come across is where these kids realize that, well, it's not even realize, they believe that nobody cares about them, that they've been forgotten about, because a lot of times these are the children that the world has forgotten about. These are the kids that people want to turn a blind eye to because they want to pretend that it doesn't exist in our society. And unfortunately, those are the kids that are most affected by this. Oftentimes it's kids that have been in foster care, kids that are missing, missing for an extended period of time. Maybe their parents are out of the picture completely, and they've just been cycled through the system and cycled through the system and cycled through the system. And it's very, very unfortunate, but that's just how it is, in a lot of this. And so what we've been seeing, we've been seeing this for a while now. We've been doing this for a long time. And our team runs anywhere between about 100 to 200 cases on average. I think last year was 161 cases. And those are cases all over the world that of kids that need to be saved, kids that need to be pulled out. And oftentimes it's not just kids. The youngest rescue that our team has ever done was 18 months old. A year and a half. Right, a year and a half. And the oldest was a senior. I believe she was in her 70s or 80s. I can't remember off the top of my head. And so we've seen the gamut. And the thing is when hope is alive, right? When people are taking action, when people are getting involved, that's the only way to end this stuff, is to make people feel like, you know what? I want to go to the next level. I want to help. I want to change the world. I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this movement. And that's where change happens. A lot of times people want to say, "Hey, let me look at the government. The government, I pay taxes. The government will fix it. The government will fix it. The government will fix it." There are so many issues that we look at the government, we say, "Fix it." They only have a finite amount of time, a finite amount of people working for them. And there's a point that we have to step up and finally say, enough is enough. I'm going to fix this. So our team will be running a very large operation here soon. And that operation is specifically designed to help a certain number of kids. In years past, in the various cities all over the world that we ran these operations, sometimes we've got 10, 20, 30, even 40 kids on the list. And our goal is to find every single one of them, right? Because that's what we do. We bring in an extraordinary amount of people to help find them. So if you would like to be involved with the Super Bowl Squares, I put in the comment how to do it. If you are watching this on Facebook, you can leave a comment. YouTube, leave a comment. Any of them, you can leave a comment. You can say, "Hey, what squares do I want?" You can click the link that's in the description. That'll take you right to the Super Bowl Squares website, and you can directly go on that and reserve your squares. Venmo your 25 bucks per square to Rudy. Make sure that you make that Venmo public with your square numbers in there. You got to be quick, though. Other people will grab squares ahead of you. So we will have first, second, third, and of course, overall winner. And I'll be announcing all of that as the squares fill up. I will assign the numbers on the squares. I'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll get this thing rocking and rolling. So I hope we fill this up quickly. This Super Bowl square, just so everybody realizes, obviously we have 100 squares. We have 25 bucks, right? we have a potential to raise $2,500. And that $2,500, right, is enough to pay for all the gas for a 1 week operation. It's enough to pay for a flight for our team to fly a child to a recovery facility. Because you think that when our team deploys and we extract the kid, it's not just extracting the kid, it's the aftercare. It's not like we pull them out, we put them in a hotel and we say good luck. We have to take that kid to a recovery facility, usually out of state, right? So imagine putting the child and 3 of our team members on a one-way flight, because we can't just drop them off at the facility and leave, right? Got to make sure that the care is there for that kid. And so $2,500 sounds like, oh man, that's a lot of money, right? It can go real quick when you're talking, because we don't get any government funding. All right, we don't have a billionaire funding the SERT team. It all comes down to community, right? It comes down to community involvement. So if you want to be involved, throw a comment, send me a message. Let's get these squares locked up as quickly as we can. And let's get this thing rock and rolling. Let's get this off the ground and let's fill this up. And then let's move on to the next way. I do have possibly another fundraiser that I'm thinking about doing that'll be very, very, very uncomfortable for me, but it'll be worth it. So I appreciate everybody. Have a fantastic day. If you got questions, let me know, and talk to y'all soon.